Welcome back to a round 5 game of GP Caracas, and this time it's Elmikkinno versus DrChillbrain. Elmikkinno is on Black Red Burn, and DrChillbrain is on Black Green Poisonous, and that's, yeah, a poisonous deck. So the card Slither got printed in a new set. It's a creature that costs 1 less for each poison counter your opponent has. It makes your opponent die from 7 poison counters instead of 10. So, yeah, both decks are fast decks. It'll be interesting to see how the matchup plays out. Elmikkinno's counting to 20, while DrChillbrain's counting to 10, or gets 7 in the case of Slither. Elmikkinno, did they play anything turn 1? No, they didn't play anything on turn 1. Are they saving on the removal for DrChillbrain's creatures? Or burn for all DrChillbrain's creatures? I guess they are. I guess Elmikkinno figured. But since DrChillbrain is a creature deck, if they just kill off DrChillbrain's creatures, then they can't win. And DrChillbrain actually has a pretty creature-like hand. Elmikkinno plays Orgar's Gambit, killing the Scion of Scales, and playing counter on Hugo. And they're going to follow it up with Unjust Sentence, plus a Hugo swing. DrChillbrain draws Fang of Matakesh. Still, seems like DrChillbrain didn't get a 1-drop this game, which would have really helped here. Instead, they're going to swing with Clutch of the Coil and get 2 poison counters onto Elmikkinno. So I think, yeah, it's right now it's just a straight up race. DrChillbrain wants to get 7 counters onto Elmikkinno so that Slither kills them, while Elmikkinno wants to get DrChillbrain down to 0 life. And DrChillbrain's at 9, so they're dead next turn, right? Oh no, they can't, or Elmikkinno can't enable Searing Grace just yet because they don't have another fetch land. But DrChillbrain is dead from hand, and they draw Blade of the Serpent. And now I think they kind of have to play creatures to block. And Hugo's Menace, so, oh, never mind, you're right. Soulbreaker of Makatash forces a sack, so that deals with Hugo. And DrChillbrain doesn't have any follow-up. Okay, so if Elmikkinno draws a land here, they win. Yeah, okay. So the game's over, and Elmikkinno takes game 1 by reducing DrChillbrain to 0 life. Is it turn 4? Oh yeah, it is turn 4. So yeah, very fast game. Bit unfortunate that DrChillbrain didn't draw any 1-drops that game. And they decided to keep swinging with Clutch of the Coil instead of playing down creatures. I guess they really wanted to play around removal. But like, if the creatures eat removal, then that's good because that reduces Elmikkinno's clock. Looking at the sideboard, DrChillbrain probably wants to bring in... Well, actually, is there anything they want to bring in? Pithbolt, I guess? And I think that's it. They don't have any Nature's Claim targets to hit themselves with, right? Yeah, they don't. Okay. And meanwhile, Elmikkinno probably wants to bring in Rapacious Valor because it's creature deck. And then Sear Flesh and Pork Pillar, also good against creature decks. They just want to bring in all of their removal because if they deal with poisonous creatures, then since they're kind of a tribal deck almost, they deal with the creatures, then the deck can't really do much. But going into game 2, DrChillbrain gets a hand with a 1-drop, a 2-drop, and lands to do stuff. So they're probably keeping that. And Elmikkinno gets a hand with a ton of removal and creatures. So yeah, they're probably also keeping that. Both players seem to get very good hands this game. DrChillbrain fetching a swamp turn 1 to play down Blade of the Serpent. And now Elmikkinno can respond by either killing it or playing a 1-dropper of their own. They might want to kill it right now so that they don't get poisoned, but they're going to play down Seer of the Sea instead. And I'm pretty sure DrChillbrain wants to swing here. But they can also Pithbolt the suitor, and yeah, that's what happens. So DrChillbrain swings in and gets Elmikkinno poisoned. Elmikkinno, so now they get to Shock Fetch plus Pain Land and play a Cult Axlinger, which enables it because you lose 3 life that turn, so it's become a 3/3. And they swing for 3. I guess they follow up with Fork Pillar to kill the creature. So they can either play Fan of Makatash, or they can play Pithbolt on Cult Axlinger. I think they probably just want to play. Well, they're gonna play Scion of Scales. I guess those guys can't be blocked by Burns creatures. Okay, Elmikkinno gets a Shock Fetch, so they get to enable Cult again this turn. They're going to Rogar's Gambit to Scion of Scales. Let's get out of the way. But it seems like in this game, Elmikkinno is going to run out of removal for DrChillbrain's creatures before DrChillbrain runs out of creatures. So swing for 5 from both of Elmikkinno's creatures. DrChillbrain draws Serpent Grasp, which is quite good here because it kills Elmikkinno's creatures. You still don't have enough mana to play both the removal spell plus a creature. I guess they're just going to pass holding up removal. And Elmikkinno draws 3 lands in a row. Very unfortunate for the burn deck. Do they have anything to fetch off Summit Highlands? I guess it depends on whether they boarded in the Rousing Rebel or not. DrChillbrain is going to Serpent's Grasp. We call it Axe Leader before Banished Companion can deal 2 damage to Elmikkinno to enable it. And Elmikkinno playing down another land. They're really hoping to draw something other than a land next turn, I guess. Now that DrChillbrain has dealt with Elmikkinno's most threatening creatures, they can start deploying their own creatures. And it seems like Elmikkinno doesn't have Rousing Rebel. And they draw another land. Very unfortunate. Going to swing with Banished Companion. Does DrChillbrain block here? They might want to block just to be safe. No, they decide not to block. I wonder if that's a mistake. I mean, we know that Elmikkinno has just land, so that's probably a safe choice. Actually, no, because Elmikkinno has Rogar's Gambit in graveyard. So if Elmikkinno top deck a burn spell, DrChillbrain just dies. And let's see, does Elmikkinno does top deck the burn spell. So yeah, DrChillbrain got really punished by not blocking with Vizier there. Now DrChillbrain seems to have realized that they should have blocked. Well, actually, they even attacked with Vizier this turn. So, well, no, they had Pithfield. So attacking with Vizier this turn wasn't a huge problem, but not blocking with Vizier on Banished Companion last turn was, because that puts DrChillbrain in Fiery Burst plus Rogar's Gambit range. It seems like counting to 20 wins out over counting to 10.